Hey folks, today's video is brought to you by SalvageReseller.com. This website allows you to bid live on online salvage auto auctions without a dealer's license. You can register for free or use the 20% off coupon in the description below. Go find your salvage car gem now.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the brand new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander. And the reason it's grand, isn't this right, Andre? Is because it's the ultimate family SUV. So in this video, we're going to go hands-on. We're going to find out what's grand about it and what isn't grand. And Andre, what else are we going to tell them before the end of this video?
Well, we have pricing across the board, how much it costs, and also fuel efficiency and when it's available.
Yeah, and we're also going to take it for a ride to see how it drives. But you know what? Let's start under the hood because, well, let's figure out what powers this. Now, there are basically three variants of this vehicle, aren't there, Andre?
Yep. So there's a turbocharged 2.4 liter, which is kind of the base power plant that you can have with front wheel drive. And it already has 265 horsepower and about 310 pound-feet of torque. But this is not it, because we have the hybrid here, and there's also the Hybrid Max.
Yeah, so there is a two-wheel drive version, but the hybrids are all-wheel drive.
Yep. So this is a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine that's made it, well, to Toyota's really famous hybrid system, right?
Yeah, so what you have here is you have an electric motor that is not connected in any way to this gasoline-powered engine, so there's no drive shaft between the front wheels and the rear wheels.
Yes, and total horsepower is 243, which is a little bit less than the base turbocharged engine, but it's about efficiency, right?
This one gets, get this dude, 36 mpg combined, which is pretty awesome for a three-row family SUV. I would call that grand.
You would call it grand because it's also larger than the standard Highlander, right, that they've had for years.
What I wouldn't call grand is a transmission, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but you know what it is, Andre.
ECVT?
Yeah, it's an ECVT, which, you know, in this video we're not going to go into the explanation, but let's just say that it's not my favorite transmission, but for
we'll drive it. We'll drive it.
Yeah,
yes.
For a family vehicle that doesn't necessarily mean much.
But wait, there's more, because Hybrid Max has over 360 horsepower. So if you want power, get the Hybrid Max.
And that one gets, Andre, 27 mpg combined.
Yes.
Which is still pretty phenomenal. So obviously a family vehicle is all about space. So let's see how much space we have. Now, usually the problem with three rows is when you put that third row in, you don't have a lot of room behind the third row. So how much room is back here, Andre?
Well, this is about 21-ish cubic feet with everything, all the seats up, right? But this number is very important because there are many competitors in this space, specifically the Chevy Traverse, which has 98 cubic feet approximately with all the rows folded out, and also the VW Atlas, that's also very large. And now Toyota has some competition here.
Hey, you'll appreciate this. I like to say when we start filming, like a helicopter land,
yeah,
or a diesel truck pulls in behind us.
Wait.
Why don't you show them the diesel truck behind us?
Oh, look. By the way, we're on the big island of Hawaii, and that's a mega cab Cummins.
I know. That's right. I thought you'd appreciate it. It's also freaking loud. But let's keep going with this.
Well, do you want to load up the bags?
I will, but first, tell me about towing, dude.
Oh, you know I love this. Well, this is a hybrid. This has a 1 1/4 receiver, so it's not a 2-incher.
Yeah.
And it's up to about 3,500 pounds of towing. But if you get the Hybrid Max or the Turbo,
yep,
that's 5,000 pounds.
So let's see what's under here. A jack, a little bit of a cubby, and of course, that's kind of thoughtful, a way to store your, because you never know what to do with these things, right? You throw the dog in there and it gets in the way, so these end up laying around the garage. So that's a nice, thoughtful feature. I would call that grand.
Yeah, there's a little tonneau cargo cover, and the diesel is now stopped.
What I would not call grand is, look, it's this. So I'm going to fold this out over. Oh, actually, before I do that.
Yeah, so this is about 21-ish, right?
Yeah, 21 cubic feet. Both of our bags fit. Toyota says you can fit up to 7 bags. Like
7 carry-ons.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Well, they showed a picture of that.
But you know what? There's some magic that happens. When I get on a plane, there are people that take these giant bags with like a refrigerator in them, and somehow they get them in the overhead compartment. Maybe that's what's happening here too.
Yes.
All right, let me show you what's not so grand. So the way you fold this down, right? The cool thing is this has different positions, right? So you can have it reclined or you can have it up here, but if you want to fold it forward,
Wait,
That's
the
a problem.
little headrest didn't plop down.
Yeah, the little headrest doesn't. That,
Oh, now it does.
now it does. So there you go. So how much space is that?
So now I think we're talking about close to like 60 cubic feet. But then when everything is folded, that's 98 cubic feet now.
Let me give you a demonstration of what that means in terms of real people. Nothing like an old automotive journalist crawling into the back of this.
Okay.
So let's see here. So yeah, you'd have to fold that other one down to be able to like overland in here.
Well, I don't know many people overland in their Grand Highlanders, Roman.
They still have probably with stuff like bicycles and strollers.
Yeah.
Probably not the stuff that overlanders do.
Toyota, in their presentation, they were saying, bigger families are kind of chaotic, right? So they want to come up with multiple solutions to handle people and cargo. And of course, they did that.
All right, are you ready for the acrobatic part of this video?
But that wasn't acrobatic?
No, now we're gonna, you and I, how tall are you, Andre?
I'm 6'3".
I'm 6'2". So Toyota says ultimate family SUV. So let's see if the two of us are comfortable in the third row. They said it's got a lot of room back there.
Okay.
All right, so first, there's two ways to get the seat down, which is kind of thoughtful, right? Why don't you show them the first way?
So first I can grab the top of the seat.
Yep.
And it's one motion. Look, it folds forward.
Yeah, and then why don't you push it back and show them the other way, because I can't show it from my point of view.
There's another way. Sorry, there's a leaf here. You can also pull up on this, and the same thing happens. And look, we have a step here.
Yep.
And a little, I think, ventilation for, well, of course, the hybrid system and the mechanicals.
This carpet isn't grand, Andre.
Well, so the carpet is a little bit foldy. By the way, this is a pre-production vehicle.
It needs some kind of Velcro. So let's see how acrobatic you are. We'll watch Andre get in here.
By the way, they built specifically this handle.
That's nice.
So even, older gentlemen like me
Oh, you're not that old.
can use this. And then, by the way, built-in charger too, USB-C.
Yeah, here, let me show you something else that's pretty cool. There's a little, here, you can do it on your side. There's a little cubby for your phone.
Look at this.
Yeah, and it's not just leaning up against this. There's a little cutaway
For the phone.
For the phone.
And of course, cup holders, a way to store your seatbelt, right?
Yes.
That's very thoughtful.
That is very thoughtful. Now, in terms of competition, this competes with cars like the Telluride, obviously, because that's one of the more popular ones in the segment right now. The new Volkswagen Atlas with the third row. The Pilot. Toyota didn't say this, but you said it. The Ford
Explorer has been a big player in this space.
Yeah, the Ford Explorer. All right, how about you do yours? And
So
we'll see if a 6'2" and a 6'3" person are comfortable in here. So I would say, barely enough headroom, and legroom is a little tighter, and our legs are, that's a problem, right?
they're a little bit upright.
Yeah.
But this middle row also slides a little bit, a few inches back and forth. So if you have maybe a very small child up front, maybe even in the car seat, you might be able to slide that forward just a little bit. And
Yeah, but you can't do it from back. Can I do it? Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. No, that folds it. That folds just the top part. So this just does that. These vehicles are always about compromise. You know what I mean? And in case you guys are wondering where this fits into the Toyota hierarchy, it starts with Highlander, then Grand Highlander, and then, of course, Sequoia.
yeah, Sequoia is the trucky one, right?
Yeah.
That's one that tows.
But interestingly, this has more room than Sequoia.
Yeah, in the third row.
Yeah, I know.
So who'd have thunk? and also, this is way more efficient.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
All right, well, let's go and look at the front, see what Toyota has done.
That's very important.
And then we'll take it for a ride. So, are you okay if I drive, Andre, and you film?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. This is your expertise.
Well, I mean,
Look how the difference. I mean, you can leave the seat here,
Yeah, so-
and you can move it back.
so perfect for any legless individuals.
But now, bam.
Oh, look, Andre, also. Oh, that's luxury.
Ooh, shades.
The privacy shade. How about
By the
them
way,
apples?
the one we're showing here, this is an XLE.
Yeah?
This is one of the most affordable ones. And of course, we're going to tell you all the pricing very soon.
We're making you watch this whole video, aren't we? If they
Yeah.
want to know the pricing. That's
But-
our cutting plan.
But also 18-inch wheels. They also have 20-inch wheels.
Yes.
And these are Primacy all-season Michelins.
So this isn't the base model. We'll give you, why don't we say how much the base model? You can get a two-wheel drive Highlander without the hybrid system.
Right.
What does that start at?
It's about, I believe, 43-ish thousand.
Exactly.
43.
plus I think it's 1,300 destination.
Yes.
You know what I do? I just take the destination and mush it in with the rest of
let's
the
mush
car.
it in.
So
like
45.
45-ish.
Exactly, yeah. All right, let's go take it for a ride. Now, behind the wheel, if you like Toyota, you'll feel very comfortable because this is standard new Toyota tech. And what I mean by that is you got the big old Toyota infotainment system. Now, we had a Tundra, and I got to tell you, the thing that I hated the most about it was this. And what I hated about it is that it made you log in every time you started it. Now, this particular model doesn't have it, but Toyota has created something interesting, which is a little, excuse me, a little camera right there that will recognize you. And it will set your favorite radio station. It'll move the seats to your position.
Well, our phones have been recognizing us for years, haven't they?
They have.
So I mean, they introduced that technology now here.
But there's something creepy about a car recognizing you. I don't know. Maybe I'm used to the phone recognizing me, the face recognition, but a car recognizing me, I worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's partially this kind of conflict between convenience and privacy, right? We always have this.
All right, let me start it up. Let me shut the door.
It's getting warm.
Yeah, I'll start it up. We've got different drive modes. So we have Eco, Sport, Trail, Normal, EV mode, Hill Descent over here, and USB-C there, USB-C there. Power switch, I'll show you what the key looks like. Now, Toyota has not changed their key in a long time. Does that look familiar, Andre?
Yeah, it does.
That was the same case of Tundra.
Almost every Toyota has a very similar key. You know what I love about the Sentra? Not just all the features, but symmetry. Have you noticed this? You know, the similar sized elements here, similar sized elements here. Because I think all of us have a little bit of OCD.
Yeah.
Right? And by the way, this is really deep. I have a bottle here.
They say it fits like a 7-Eleven big gulp.
And also over here, look.
Yeah.
That's a Hydro Flask sized area.
Now, the other thing that's grand about this is right there, which is this little like cubby where you can pick your sunglasses. The first time I saw that space, I'm sure there were some, you can correct me in the comments, but the first time I saw a space like that was in the Defender. And now I see it in many vehicles. It's one of those design trends that's popular and rightfully so.
Okay, well, do you want to buckle up and then I'll buckle up? And then we can show a few more features?
Yeah, what do you think of the little rubberized switches here? I like that a lot, huh?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. You've got your HVAC controls, which are real as opposed to, virtual. Obviously here you have a screen as well, and this car has been averaging 28.8 mpg, and I don't know how it's been driven, but that's pretty impressive for a three-row.
Well, it's been idling mostly, right? Because this is the first drive event, and all the journalists have been idling and racing.
Maybe they've been driving it up to the volcano.
Up and down volcanoes, yes.
We don't know, so take it for what it is.
This is the first drive.
So let's engage the eCVT, and let's take it for a spin. Now, we have told them the starting price. What's the starting price of the hybrid, which comes as an all-wheel drive?
So that's about now 45, just under 45 plus destination. Let's call it 46.3.
Yeah, and there is a hybrid, and they're calling it E-Max, Andre.
Or Hybrid Max.
Is it Max, not
Yeah.
E-Max?
You know, I have a son named Max.
You do have a son named Max, yeah. And the cool thing about that one is that it shares an engine with something that you know. We did a video on this a while ago. What is that vehicle that it shares an engine with?
The new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Of course, it's not quite the same orientation, right? Because the Tacoma is a truck with a frame, and this is a unibody crossover SUV. But nonetheless, the 2.4-liter turbo combined with very powerful electric motors gives you, like we said, 362-ish horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque.
Now, here's something that's not grand. This is also a trend I'm seeing in a lot of new cars. They're all moving the heating and cooling vents down further. So once upon a time, they would be like up here, right? Where the screen is, and now they're down here. And what ended up happening is I can't never get these things to actually like blow on my face, which is where I want the cold air to go. It kind of tends to blow on my chest.
Okay.
This is maybe a personal pet peeve.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, shall we give it the beans and see how it accelerates?
Yeah, give it a few beans.
I want to go around this corner, and then we'll give it a little bit of the beans and see how quick or not this vehicle is. The Max, Andre,